All of us up in the frozen tundra of Wisconsin and Minnesota, we like to be down here where it's almost spring. Pretty nice.
It is.
I do want to thank you, and in particular, literally I should just say ditto and be done, but you can't give a Humphrey the podium and a microphone. So let me just say a couple of things. First of all, I want to introduce Jennifer Duane, who is with us. She's on our team, and she's helping us lead an advocacy of our own, which is the helping to develop at the local level some model prevention networks. She comes from California, where she led a very successful effort in that regard. And so I hope that she will be a kind of partner with you as you move forward in this area. And I want to thank the NCRC. What a wonderful program. You've got the kind of advocacy that I like. You're trying to solve problems. I like that. So you should know that, first of all, it's been a real honor for me to serve in the role of Assistant Director for the Office of Financial Protection of Older Americans. I'm trying to slightly change that title to the Office of Financial Protection of Older, Smarter Americans. And you are going to help us do that.
Absolutely.
So we really have two challenges and two charges from Congress. And the first is exactly what you talked about, how to help individuals prevent from being scammed and being ripped off. And as you well know, it's one thing if you're scammed and ripped off when you're 40, 45, even 50. I mean, that's rough enough. But try it when you're 70, 75. You don't get a second chance. You've worked all your life to keep all of those resources. You're trying your best to manage a life so that you're not dependent on others and you're not causing trouble for your own family. And the next thing you know, someone's walking out the door using the money in a different way. And we need to make sure that we don't do that. So that's charge and challenge number one, and we want to work with you as partners to see that that takes place. And secondly, we want to do exactly what you're trying to accomplish, which is to help people as they age make smart, intelligent financial decisions so that they can remain as independent as they possibly can be throughout their lives. And that's really the fundamental challenge that Congress has given us. And we're doing that in a couple of different ways. You may have heard a little bit about the fact that we're going to have some lay fiduciary guides that will be coming out this spring. That's to help those individuals who become appointed powers of attorney and other guardians and conservators and even those who are informal caregivers. Frequently what happens in a family is someone all of a sudden learns that they're appointed through an estate plan. They've never thought about it before. They want to help mom and dad, but they don't know what the responsibilities are and what they need to do to avoid problems, and they need perhaps a little bit of understanding of what are the red flags for those kinds of things where rip-offs take place. So that's what these are all about. And that's the kind of thing that we're working on in that regard. We have another thing that's happening, and that will be very soon we will be reporting to Congress and the SEC, as we are asked to do, to make recommendations with regard to senior designations and certifications. I don't know about you, but there are quite a few different ones of those out there, and I'm a little bit confused by all of the acronyms. Maybe I'm just acronym poor. But the reality is we want to help people understand who the quality advisors are so that they can make good, sound decisions with the resources that they have accumulated and are trying to use over the rest of their lives. So that's terribly important. And we've got a number of other things that are happening and that we're working at. But let me just say one thing about what you're doing. And I think the effort that you're taking to make sure that seniors are responded to by the financial community is very, very important. It may be the simple fact of, have you got a door that opens automatically so that you can walk in? That's consumer-friendly banking too. But maybe it's on trying to understand what is happening as the marketplace becomes electronic and digitalized, with people who have all their lives written checks and balanced books by writing. That kind of a transition can sometimes be very, very challenging. And as was said, the point about the fact that as we age, I know we're all smart, and you're all smarter than I am, but there is this possibility of just having a little bit of diminished ability to make those decisions. Some of us are on the green slopes. I like to ski. Some of us are on the green slope. There are people like myself that are on the double diamonds and heading straight down. But the reality is we need to have the kind of partnership that you are trying to bring about that will make all the difference. So I want you to know that our effort and the CFPB's interest in the concept of age-friendly banking is very, very keen. And we are very interested in watching what you do and how you bring this about. And I just applaud you for that. And I want to thank you very much for allowing Humphrey to try and wrap it up without going on.
Thank you. And two things I want